next topic that we have to study is about the difference between departmental stores and multiple stores. Shops. Okay, so departmental stores and multiple shops. Although both these types of retail organizations are large establishments, there are certain differences between the two. Such differences are given below. So, first one, location. A departmental store is located at a central place where a large number of customers can be attracted to it. However, the multiple stores are located at a number of places for approaching a large number of customers. Thus, central location is not necessary for multiple shop. So the difference between, first difference is about the location. So the departmental store means only one store is there and it will be located in the main city, in the center of the city area, and it will be there where the large number of customers will be attracted. So such a place they will be choosing, and they will make the building, and a very big building will be there. Only one shop is there, and inside that all the type of products are available. But multiple shops means that it will be located in all the part of all the small cities, not in only the main city, but it will be spread throughout different places. So the customers can go to any of these shops and they get the benefit from like this Big Bazaar or V-Mart. All these things are there. So if you go to Big Bazaar in Faizabad or in Gorakhpur, the products available there and the discount and all that type of things are almost similar. Or these trends are also there. Reliance Trends shops are there. So their shops are there. They give like that. I told you like this discount coupons are provided. So the discount coupon, if you have purchased one product from Gorakhpur and you get a discount coupon, that coupon can be used in Faizabad also or in any other location also. So such a benefit will be there. So the customers, those who are in different locations, will be able to make use of the shops. Then next one, range of products. Departmental stores aim at satisfying all the needs of the customers under one roof. As such, they have to carry a variety of products of different types. However, multiple stores generally aim to satisfy the requirements of customers relating to a specific range of their products only. So departmental stores, as in the beginning we have seen that it is like a small product to any large product. You know, a pin to aeroplane, everything is available in departmental stores. Means almost all the type of products, any different things are there, all type of needs can be satisfied. So it is, that means that the purpose of departmental store is that whatever is needed for a person can be provided. So that will be the purpose of the departmental stores. But these multiple shops are there, they concentrate only on some particular type of products. Like as I told you, like the Spencers are there. They are not normally dealing with the home appliances and grocery items or vegetables or fruits. All these type of things are there. That is the product that they are selling normally. So like electronic products or other type of products and all are they are not dealing. And this V-Mart or Big Bazaar and all, they are more concentrating on clothes. Okay, like menswear or ladies wear, kids wear, all these type of products are there. So that will be there, and some other stationery items and so on are also there. But main concentration on is of clothes. They are not providing everything, you know. So every type of products will not be there. But with departmental stores, they are trying to give everything possible. Okay, all the type of products are trying to bring in. Then services offered. The departmental stores lay great emphasis on providing maximum services to the customers. Some of the services provided by them include alteration of garments, restaurants, and so on. As against this, the multiple stores provide very limited services confined to guarantee and repairs if the sold out goods turn out to be defective. So the services offered is also different. Departmental stores are trying to maximize the satisfaction of the customers. How much amount of satisfaction or to maximum level of satisfaction can be provided. So they are giving like a home delivery system, home delivery may be there, or a credit facility is provided for bigger products, or a restaurant will be there, or such like a washroom, restroom, and entertainment for children. all the type of facilities, whatever maybe the people required. So all those products are like a cinema hall, all these type of all the type of services they are providing. But these multiple stores, they don't provide all the type of services. Some related to their products. Normally, some products are there even from the multiple shops. They like once the products are sold, they may not take back also. So they have all the bill itself. They are writing that once the product is sold, then they will not take back the product. So some products they are, but some electronic products and so on are there. If there is a defective product is found, then you can give it and they may repair it and give, or exchange some guarantee and all may be provided if the guarantee is there for the product. If means like a company itself may be providing guarantee, so like Bajaj or let's say such type of companies are the Prestige or these type of companies, they are providing some guarantee and all is provided, or Philips or Sony or these electronic products and so on are there. They are providing 2-year guarantee, 1-year guarantee like that. So if the guarantee is there, then they will try to exchange the product. Otherwise, any other much services are not provided. Comparing with the departmental stores, much of services are not provided by the multiple shops. Then pricing. The multiple shops, chains, sells goods at a fixed price and maintain uniform pricing policies for all the shops. The departmental stores, however, do not have a uniform pricing policy for all the departments. Rather, they have to occasionally offer discounts on certain products and varieties to clear their stock. So the pricing also is not similar. Like departmental stores, they will have it is divided into different departments. Like cloth department will be there, electronic department will be there, or such kind of different departments are there. So in different departments, they will have different type of pricing strategy or pricing styles will be there. Okay, so like clothes will have more like a 30% discount. Electronic products may have only 20% discount. So the discount and all is provided. Or like also like for clothes they will not give any credit, but for electronic products like laptops or mobile phones, so such kind of high value products are there, then they will provide credit facility. So that will be depending on the product or depending on different departments. They will have different type of policies. But for multiple shops, they have a central headquarters will be there, and they will decide from the headquarters what are the pricing policies that they have to follow, and that same policy will be followed in the all shops. If there are 10 shops under them, then all 10 shops will be following the same type of policy, and for almost for all the product the same policy will be followed. Then class of customers. The departmental stores cater to the needs of a relatively high income group of customers who care more for the services provided rather than the prices of the product. Multiple shops, on the other hand, cater to different type of customers, including those belonging to the lower income groups who are interested in buying quality goods at reasonable prices. So the main purpose of departmental stores are high value or high income rich customers. Okay, so they are those who they provide very extra or all the type of extra services are provided, but the products are of a very high value, high cost products are there, high value, high priced products are there. So only the rich people or above income level people will be able to afford departmental stores. But multiple shops are there, they are even lower income people can also afford. If even if a person is a lower income person but they want to have good quality product, then they can afford products prices of these type of shops. So multiple shops also may be used. Means if low income products are also sold in the multiple shops. Then credit facilities. All sales in the multiple shops are made strictly on cash basis. In contrast, the departmental stores may provide credit facilities to some of their regular customers. So the credit facility, the multiple shops, they don't give any credit facility. They are just giving only cash sales are there. Means cash means you can pay through card or digital transaction. All this means on the spot payment only is permitted. And departmental stores, but they provide because they have a good relationship with the customer. If there is a rich person is there and he is coming and he is not interested to pay the money in once, like every week he is purchasing, but he don't want to pay at every week. He wants to pay only once in a month. So once in a month he will complete all the transaction. After that he will give one check and all the payment will be completed. So such a way, which if the company or if the shop has trust on the customer, they are ready to pay even credit. Okay, so and also see like they are mostly dealing with the high value customers, so they have a trust that these people, they are not going to cheat, or they have money and they will be paying the money even if in the future. So some like they will have some this credit card or such kind of things will be there. So with the help of that, they will be able to give credit facilities also. So but in multiple shops they don't have like a very high income people are not coming there. Average income or low income people will be there. So they may not have if we are giving credit to them, then afterwards we may not be able to chase them, or we may not be able to recover the money from them. So they don't give much credit to them. Okay. So credit facility is also not much possible in case of small shops or this multiple shops. Then next one is about the flexibility. As departmental stores deal in a wide variety of products, they have certain flexibility in respect of line of goods marketed. However, there is much scope for flexibility in the chain stores which deal only in a limited line of products. So these departmental stores, they don't have much amount of flexibility because they are once the building is made, it is very big building is there, and it is made for all type of products. Okay, so it is not that easy that they can change from one location to another, or such a type of things are not that easily possible. But these multiple shops, they are dealing only with a few type of products, so they can change their type of so flexibility is more possible in case of multiple shops. So these are about the big size shops are there. The next one more category that we have to study is about mail order houses. Mail order house. Mail order houses are the retail outlets that sell their merchandise through mail. There is generally no direct personal contact between the buyers and the sellers in type of trading. For obtaining orders, potential customers are approached through advertisements in newspapers or magazines, circulars, catalogs, samples and bills, and price list sent to the list by post. All the relevant information about the product, such as the price, features, delivery terms, terms of payment, etc. are described in the advertisement. On receiving the orders, the items are carefully scrutinized with respect to the specifications asked for the buyers, and are complied with through the post office. So these are almost like this Amazon and all is there. So not just like that, but Amazon is a website like it is there, and it is the old model of this Amazon or Flipkart or such kind of things. So this that is called nowadays it is not that much famous. After the advancement of this Amazon, Flipkart or this type of online websites are there. So these type of companies have lost their importance. Earlier it was there like through making they will give advertisement, and through the advertisement they will show all the type of products that they are having, and they will also display about the quality of the product. All this type of information will be provided, and there will be a phone number or a mail ID will be given where you have to inquire about the product. So if you send through phone call, you can give order, or through mail you can send a mail to the the company that or if you want to gather some information regarding the product, about many product, it will be given in the advertisement. And if you want to get additional information about the product, you can send a mail. So the company will send additional information, whichever products you are asking, any additional information is required, all the information will be provided by the company through mail. And after that you can give order through mail itself. So once if your mail is given, then they will deliver the product through these postal services and all. So almost like the Amazon and Flipkart and all. Naptol is also there, so we can say Naptol can be a example, but Naptol also is using only phone calls, not mails. Okay, so normally it is one more. Naptol is the next version of this one, mail order houses. Okay, scrutinize means to select, means categorize, differentiate, like different type of products. So whatever products are there, according to the order they will arrange the product. So means making into different groups, like so arranging, you can say. Scrutinizing means almost like arranging things. So here means what according to the order that is given, they will select the product. So they have plenty of products will be there in that according which is matching with the order or whatever specifications you are asked based on that. So they will choose the product. There can be different alternatives for receiving payments. First, the customers may be asked to make full payment in advance. Second, the goods may be sent by value payable post (VPP). Okay. Under this arrangement, the goods are sent through post and are delivered to the customers only on making full payment for the same. The third, the goods may be sent through a bank which is instructed to deliver the articles to the customers. In this arrangement, there is no risk of bad debt as the goods are handed over to the buyers only after he makes full payment. However, there is a need to ensure the buyers that the goods dispatched are in accordance with their specifications. So there are different type of payment methods are there. First time the transaction is made, so means if you are ordering for the first time, you have to pay full money in cash. Means first you have to send the money, then only they will send the product. But once if you are making a relationship there, once you are purchasing a product, you have a good relationship there, then they will pay. They will send the product like VPP, like we can say that cash on delivery option. So cash on delivery like they will be sending. Then or they will be sending through bank. So earlier this was the method used. Now these methods are not commonly used. So these are all some of the old techniques, old methods. Now also it is working, but now people are not using it. Okay. Then this type of business is not suitable for all type of products. For example, goods that are perishable in nature or our bulk cannot be easily handled are not recommended for mail house trading. Only the goods that can be graded and standardized, easily transported at a low cost, have ready demand in a market, are available in a large quantity throughout the year, involve least possible competition in the market, and can described through pictures etc. are suitable for this type of trading. Another important point in this regard is that mail house business cannot be successfully carried out unless education is widespread. It is so because only the literate people can be reached through advertisement and other forms of written communication. So here there are some so all the products cannot be sold through this method. Only few type of products like vegetables and all vegetables, fruits, all these type of products cannot be sold because once if the order is given, then the product may come after 1 week or 2 weeks. Okay, so if a vegetable is sent like that, then, or any other perishable products are there, so then those get spoiled. Okay, so like Amazon products and all are there. So you can say such kind of products are there, and the products of a very big size also cannot be sold like that. Big size products are not easy to transport. So the products of a minimum average size, which can be and which are the products are having very high demand, regularly used products are there. So such kind of products they will be selling through these type of systems. Okay, and there are some advantages of this type of mail order houses. First one, limited capital requirement. Mail order business does not require heavy expenditure on building and other infrastructural facilities. Therefore, it can be started with a relatively low amount of capital. So the limited amount of capital will be required because they don't want to make like big shopping mall, like big building. It is not required. Furniture or any arrangement for the product is also not required. They can have a go down there, any shop may be there in a small house itself also. If you are having sufficient space in the house, there itself you can start. There is no any particular building and all is not required, especially dedicated room or a big house. And also the building is not necessary that it should be in the center of the city. Like if you want to start a shop, if it is in the middle of the city, then or where a particular location is required where a large number of customers can be attracted. If you are starting a shop in the interior area, then people are not going to come there. So if it is any roadside will be there or in a particular location where the people can easily reach. So such kind of place is required for starting a normal shop. But this one, anywhere in the interior village and all is there, then also no problem. You only thing is that you will receive the order. It should be like a proper network and all is required. That's all. So if we are able to get proper facilities, that will be there. Then elimination of middlemen. The biggest advantage of mail order business from the point of view of the customers is that unnecessary middlemen between the buyers and the sellers are eliminated. So there are no any middlemen there. Directly company or it is through directly distributing by the company. The customer directly contacting with the company and the company is selling the product. Almost like that it is there. Or they will have only one middleman, like this mail order company will be there. They will be taking the products from the manufacturers and they are distributing to the customers. So there are no any middlemen used there. So such a advantage will be there. And absence of bad debts. Since the mail order house do not extend a credit facility to the customers, there are no chance of any bad debt on account of non-payment of cash by the customer. So like if a product is sent, either the payment has to be made earlier or at the time of delivery. Means first you have to pay the money, then only they will be allowing the product to be given. But the only problem is that, see, like when a customer is coming, when the product is reaching to the customer, sometimes customer may deny the order. So then this product will be, means they have to send back, and the money that they have spent for transportation of the product will be lost. The product money will not be lost. They can sell the product to another customer, but the money that they are spending for sending the product, and again this product has to resend. So that money will be lost. Then wide reach. Under this system, the goods can be sent to all the places having postal services. This opens wide scope for business, as a large number of people throughout the country can be served through mail. So the reach of this type of business is very much wide. Any person, see, like even if there is a shopping mall, but you have to go to the shopping mall. So if transportation is required, but in case of this one, there is no any transportation required. So anywhere where there is like mail facility is there, then this will be possible, and postal facilities will be there everywhere in any corner in the country. The post offices and the postal services are there, so it can be easily available. And convenience. Under this system, goods are delivered at the doorstep of the customer. This result in a great convenience to the customers in buying these products. So you get the product, no need of going to the shop and purchase the product and carry the product back to home. All these type of problems will not be there. You can just be at your home itself and purchase the product, receive the product at your home itself. But there are some limitations of this type of businesses. Lack of personal contact. So you don't see the customer or you don't see the shopkeeper. So you are making order and getting the product. So there is no any personal contact. So once they sell the product, so you may see like advertisement will be there. In the advertisement they will be showing very nice product, but when the product comes, it may not be same. You know. So and after that, if you are calling the customer care, then customer care may not respond, and after that some types of cheating and all is possible in case of this one. Then high promotional cost. So all the product are displayed through advertisement, so they have to spend more money in advertisement, like this Naptol and all they are using. So almost for half an hour they are taking a channel, you know. So half an hour, 1 hour, like that continuously they are making use of this one. So it is very much expensive. So much amount of money has to be spent for the promotional cost. Always they will say 2 minutes, you know. Then no after sales service. So after sales services are not there. Once the product has been handed over to the customer, like nowadays Amazon and all this type of companies, they are providing, means you can return the product within 15 days without any without any cost. So they provide such kind of facility, but for mail order service and all, this type of offer and all is not there. So once you purchase the product, if it is good quality or bad quality, you have to accept the product. So this is one problem. Then no credit facilities. So we will not get a credit. You have to pay the money before, and you don't get an option to see the product before you pay the money. You know. So like if you go to a shop and you purchase the product, you can open the product and see it, and you can just have a look at the product, what is the quality of the product, everything you can check it, and after that you can purchase the product. But there is no option of these type of things are not there. Then delayed delivery. The product are not delivered on the spot. Like now you are in need of a product is there, and if you give order, then you will get the product maybe after 1 week or minimum like 5 days time is required. So this will be still most of the time we will purchase or we will search for the product just 1 or 2 days before. So if it is such kind of situations are there, then going to the shop and purchasing the product will be easier. So it will take a delay. And possibility of abuse. This type of business provides us greater possibility of abuse to dishonest traders to cheat the customers by making false claims about the product or not honoring the commitments made through handbills or advertisements. So they show advertisement and they will display very nice product, but that product may not be there. When the product is sold, then when the actual product comes, it will be entirely different product, or the quality that they are displaying may not be like the product that they are displaying will be there, very big, very high quality product, it will be there, picture and all will be shown like that, but when you order, you will not get that kind of a product. Okay. Then high dependence on postal service. The success of a mail order business depends heavily on the availability of efficient postal services at a place. But in a vast country like ours, where many places are still without postal facility, this type of business has a limited prospects. So it requires the necessity of postal services. So postal services are not there. Means postal services, like if you search in Flipkart and all, then most of the, like in here Haria also, earlier Flipkart was not showing, like Amazon was showing delivery, but Flipkart was not showing. Nowadays it started delivering the product. Earlier it was not there. If you enter our pin code, then they say that delivery is not available. Even now in Amazon also, in some products they don't give delivery in our number. So sometimes we have to give the Basti number, pin code, then only they will send the product. And such a way it is there. So it is very difficult if the postal services are not there. Okay. Thank you so much.